Hello everyone, I'm the Artist Reviewer, and today we will be taking a look at the early 2000s superhero movie known as Hellboy. For those who don't know, the film is about Hellboy, aka Red, a demon man created by the Nazis in World War II, but was raised by Professor Broom to become an undetected hero who takes down monsters. Now, with the help of his friend Abe Sapien the Merman, Liz Sherman the Firestarter, and new recruit John Myers, he must take down an evil creature known as Samael, which has been unleashed by the notorious Rasputin. You know those movies you see that is filled with amazing stuff but also filled with incredibly stupid stuff? This is one of those movies for me. It's really hard to get a grasp on because of how balanced it is with good and bad stuff, making it hard to tell whether it's a good or bad movie. For now, I think we'll just take a look at this movie piece by piece. To start off, the exposition in this movie feels endless and annoying. For the first 25 minutes of the film, we had to sit through characters explaining who they are, what they are, how they are, why they are, and perhaps a few quirks they have. The writing for this movie, by the way, is not well made. For example, the badass lines from Red are stupid, with one-liners such as, "Red means stop," and "name this." And yes, I am pretty much quoting from the movie. Or hey, how about the fact that we have a lonely hero cliche, and even the movie points it out, or the fact that people's reactions to freaking monsters ranges from kinda weird to quite annoying. "I know you're a dog from hell, but that doesn't mean you have to tear down my door. I just had this place cleaned up." By the way, for a guy who's supposed to stay hidden, he sure seems to show up into public a lot. I mean, I know this is a bit of a story arc for him, trying to be accepted into society, but this doesn't really come into relevance until the sequel. Well, thank God it's Halloween, so we can use the lame costume excuse. Of course, that's all just the writing, but the directing and acting are just as poorly made. Characters who are once bossy in directing become whiny and cowardly in the second half. Red suddenly gets resurrecting powers out of nowhere with no hints whatsoever. The CGI is terrible despite it only being in the 2000s. And, I'm sorry, Liz is not an interesting character. She's bland, shows little to no emotion, and is just awkward and weird. I understand that's supposed to be the idea, she's an emotionally tortured girl who accidentally burns things when angered, and plus, her actor Selma Blair has played pretty good roles in the past. However, I have seen other emotionless characters before, and most of their charm came from the way people reacted to them. People don't really seem to do that for Liz in this movie, and it just ends up making her forgetful and wooden. I like Selma Blair, but I just don't think this is one of her best roles. I know I keep complaining about this movie a lot, there are issues that need to be addressed, but in all seriousness, there are a lot of good things to enjoy. While the CGI and effects can be bad, I did actually enjoy the makeup and design of the characters. Hellboy and Abe look incredible and are very memorable. You can just take one shot of this movie and you can instantly recognize the characters. The action is a lot of fun. I love the fights between Red and Samael, purposely overlooking the parts where Red is so obviously being pulled by strings, and the sets are humongous and unique. In fact, I noticed that while the movie is at its worst in the first act, it does get gradually better as the film goes on. I mean, granted, there's still some issues in the second half, but also some pretty good things in the first. To put into final thoughts, if you're looking for a visually dark yet colorful movie with cool looking characters and kind of ominous villains, you'll like this movie fine. If you, however, don't want to listen to poor one-liners, awkward acting and effects, people constantly being pulled on strings like puppets, and bad writing, you probably won't enjoy this. For this reason, it's a film that's good, bad, interesting, and dumb all at the same time. Which, not surprisingly, makes it hard to figure out. I wouldn't say it's a bad film, but I also wouldn't say it's a good film either. If you want my recommendation, I say give this film a watch and judge for yourself. I give this movie an OK score of 5.5 out of 10. I'm the Arts Reviewer, thank you for watching. Is that Cthulhu attacking the city? Whatever, I'll just assume it's a Halloween costume. Thank you for watching.